Welcome to iLecture Here our next example is kind of an interesting one. It deals with a wave on a string. And when we have a wave, there's different parameters. There's the wavelength, the distance between the two peaks of a wave. There's the velocity, the speed at which a wave travels. There's the frequency, the rate at which the wave goes up and down, the number of times per second. Then there's the tension in the string, and then there's the mass per unit length. And to help us out a little bit, we have an equation that tells us that the speed of a wave is equal to the square root of the tension divided by the mass per unit length. So, what are the questions? Well, if they give us the information that v varies directly with the square root of t, we can see that right here, v varies directly with the square root of t, find the equation in a more general form. And then they also tell us that the wavelength varies inversely with the frequency. So they want us to find both equations, the equation where we have v varying with t and the wavelength lambda, that's called lambda, that's a Greek letter lambda, varies inversely with the frequency f. And then they give us, if the frequency is 600 times per second, if the wave goes up and down 600 times per second, when the velocity is 1800 meters per second, what is the wavelength when the frequency is 750 times per second? All right, so there's a lot of things here we have to figure out. But first, let's find the equation right here where v varies directly with the square root of t. Remember, we use the general equation with a k. It's a direct relationship. So we write v equals k times the square root of t. So now, how do we represent k here? Well, notice we can write this as v is equal to the square root of 1 over mu times the square root of t. We can write it like that because when we multiply them together, t goes back in here. And so then this here becomes the k. So then we can see that here v is equal to the k, which is the square root of 1 over mu times the square root of t. So that's exactly what that is. This here is that k, that constant of variation. It's 1 over the mass per unit length, and then we multiply that times the square root of the tension, and we get the velocity of the string. How about the second equation? Y varies inversely with f. Okay, not y, but lambda. So lambda is equal to, inversely means we want to have the frequency at the bottom, and we want the k to be over here. Okay, so there's our second equation. So here we come up with the two equations that represent the variation of one variable to the other. The variation, v varies directly with the square root of t, and here lambda, the wavelength, varies inversely with the frequency. Now we need to find k. Well, they give us the wavelength, and they don't give us the frequency, but they give us the velocity. It turns out in this case, k is the same thing as the velocity. So we can plug in the k, that's 800 meters per second. We can plug in the f, and then we get lambda. So in this case, we can find lambda when f is given to us as 600 seconds. All right, and then k would be equal to the velocity, which in this case is 1800 meters per second. So let's rewrite the equation. We can then say that the lambda is equal to 1800 meters per second divided by the frequency. And now all we have to do is plug in the new frequency to find the new wavelength. So in this case, we can say that the wavelength when, and I always like to put in that additional information, when the frequency is equal to 750 per second is equal to the k, which is 1800 meters per second, divided by the f, which is 750 per second. And notice the per second cancel out, both in the numerator and the denominator. And then 1800 divided by 750 is 2.4. So it would be equal to 2.4 meters. So that's what we're looking for here. What is the wavelength when the frequency is 700 per second? And notice by finding the two equations of variation, we can then realize that in this case, the k is indeed the velocity, 800 meters per second, and then by plugging in a new frequency, we can then find the appropriate wavelength, and that is how it's done.
Why the v, the k
All right, we want to have a direct variational relationship here, right? We want the velocity to be equal to b directly. How do we say it? We want v varies directly with the square root of t. So v varies directly with the square root of t, and we have a constant of proportion, not constant proportionality or a constant of variation. And then when we look at this equation, how do we rewrite it so that it is in this form? And notice that we separate the square root of the tension and the 1 over the square root of the mass per unit length. We've changed that. Then this portion right here becomes the k, and that becomes the square root of the tension. And so that's how we write it.
What equation?
This equation I gave you. So that was a given equation that tells us that the velocity of the wave on a string is equal to the square root of the tension divided by the mass per unit length. And so then you have to rewrite the equation to put it into that general format. That's how it's done.